All right, let's talk about practicing music. If you've ever felt like you're stuck in a rut or just not getting any better, this one's for you. We're going to figure out how to practice the smart way. You see these incredible musicians and you just have to wonder, how do they do that? Were they just born with some kind of superpower? Well, the real answer is actually way more interesting. Here's the secret. It's not really about some magical, natural-born talent. Nope. Behind almost every amazing musician is an amazing practice system. It's a method, a routine that builds their skill bit by bit every single day. So that's what we're going to do right now. We're going to give you that system. We'll break down how the pros practice into really simple steps that you can start using today to get way more out of your time. Okay, first things first. Let's talk about setting the stage, because a great practice session actually starts before you even play a single note. Getting your prep right is half the battle. This setup really breaks down into three simple things: getting your environment right, making sure your instrument is ready to play, and, just as important, getting your own body warmed up and ready to go. Your practice space should be like your sanctuary. You need a quiet spot, a good chair that helps you sit up straight, and decent light so you can see. The biggest thing, though, no distractions. Seriously, put your phone somewhere else so you can actually focus. All right, our space is set. Now it's time to get into the real workout. This is where we build the raw skill, the muscle memory, the coordination that lets you play all the cool stuff you want to play. Now, it's really important to get the difference here. Warm-ups are kind of like stretching before you run. They just get your fingers moving and your brain switched on. Technical skills, though, that's the actual strength training. That's how you build the speed and control for those really tricky parts. To build that control, you're gonna need a secret weapon. This is a metronome, and all it is really is a little device that makes a steady, clicking sound. A perfect beat for you to play along to. And this is so true. A metronome is your best friend, and maybe your toughest coach. It doesn't let you cheat. It forces you to develop a rock-solid sense of rhythm, which is absolutely essential. So what does this technical work actually look like? Well, it's stuff like playing scales, first slow, then fast. It's doing exercises that train each of your fingers to move on its own. And it's finding that one really tough part of a song and just repeating it slowly until it feels totally natural. Okay, so we've worked on our raw skills. Now it's time for the fun part, applying all of that to actual songs. This is what it's all about, right? The big goal here is to build what's called a repertoire. Your repertoire is basically your personal library of music, all the songs that you know well enough to play for somebody right now without messing up. So how do you add a new song to your library without feeling totally lost? You follow a plan. First, just listen to the song a bunch. Then, and this is key, don't try to learn it all at once. Break it up into tiny little pieces. Master one little chunk, playing it slowly and perfectly before you even think about moving on to the next. And hey, don't forget to play the songs you already know. It's not just for fun, though it is fun. It keeps those songs fresh, it builds your confidence, and it reminds you just how far you've come. As you get more comfortable, you can start working on a really cool skill called sight reading. Basically, it's the ability to look at a piece of sheet music for the first time and just play it. It's a total game changer. All right, for our last section, let's talk about your mindset. Because being a great musician isn't just about what your hands can do. It's about how you think and how you approach your practice. Now check this out. This might be the single most important rule of all. It's not about how long you practice, it's about how focused you are. 30 minutes of deep, focused work is worth way, way more than 2 hours of just messing around. Quality over quantity, every time. So how you stay focused? Easy. Give yourself one and only one goal for each session. Like, I'm gonna nail the intro to that song. Use a timer and work in short bursts. And maybe keep a little journal. Just writing down what you did helps you see your progress, which is super motivating. And you know what? Just like you warm up, you need to cool down. End your session by playing something just for fun. Then take care of your instrument, tidy up your space, and take a second to think about one thing you did well. It ends everything on a positive note and makes you excited to come back tomorrow. So there you have it. That's the system. It's not magic. It's just a smart method. So the only question left is, what's that one small thing, that one little section, that one tricky chord change that you're gonna totally master tomorrow?